Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Nix. So for any one of you who are the tax-paying, duty, law-abiding citizen of South Africa, this one might hit home. It sure did for me. So every day, and especially for 2025 for sure, we see the stats, we see the news. Everything points towards systematic corruption. I'm not even going to talk about the lack of accountability. Yet, the lived experience of these taxpayers, of these good citizens of South Africa, is economic decline, skyrocketing unemployment. I'm not even going to refer to the violence. And then you watch your hard-earned money literally disappearing into a black hole. So I guess my question for today's video is, how long is this going to go on for? My question for this video today is, who sparked the whole coming together of South Africa when we had enough of Zuma? Who did that? Because I feel like just one tiny little individual, how am I supposed to rally the whole of South Africa together to put an end to this? Because going back to my original question, how long is this going to go on for? The fact is that the ANC, with absolute no shame, in fact, they had this bold confidence to then double down on schemes like national health insurance. The whole of South Africa's infrastructure is falling apart. Our police are corrupt. Tembisa, Madlanga, ara. I could be here forever talking about all the failed ANC stuff. But they double down on national health insurance. They double down on now keeping the Madlanga interim report out of the eyes of the public. I mean, how dare we ask for transparency and accountability, which is exactly the thing that Cyril stands up on stage and preaches to us about. Our economy has literally been stagnant pre-2018. I mean, this is what trust in government looks like. Do you notice something? I mean, we're sitting at 80% distrust in government. So today's video is the Auditor-General's PFMA report. The idea that the ANC have read this and then continue to do what they do makes me want to pull my hair out. My mood today is hurtful. That's how I feel today. But the fact that the ANC read this report and then continue to do what they do, how dare you? Or the alternative is, it wouldn't take you more than 10 minutes to quickly glance over it, and then you continue to do what you do. With so much confidence, I mean, amazing. If these are the ANC initiatives that are supposed to improve the lives of South Africans, pull them out of poverty and all that other blah, 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 Cyril blah, blah, blahs on a daily basis. This is their success. It's disgusting. And if ever there was an example of sheer incompetence and lack of both accountability and morality while we're at it, this is it, guys. Okay, so now that I've got that rant off my chest, let's ramble. This is one of the summary pages on the PFMA website. It says that we, who is the Auditor-General, reported findings on 123 of the 143 projects, which is 86%, and found that they had been delayed, cost more than planned, or were of poor quality. There were also delays in newly constructed infrastructure being put to use. But don't worry, apparently urgent reforms will change how the ANC manages A, the BEE Transformation Fund, and B, the NHI. I mean, come on, your track record is absolutely dismal. The average delay in projects was 34 months, over 2 years, guys. The reason for the delays include scope changes, because they don't know how to plan, changes to designs due to the lack of thorough feasibility studies and needs assessments that would require incompetence, communities and business forums stopping the work. Because there's no law enforcement and accountability. Contractors abandoning sites due to cash flow challenges. Yes, because you take half the money, gobble it up, or buy new 5,000 rand shoes, and then instead of actually paying the workers, the site is abandoned. So speaking of lack of intergovernmental coordination, some projects were completed without addressing end-user needs, such as connecting electricity to the completed households. Would you believe that? But you know what? In their audit report, their ticket is done. There's the connection. The question isn't, is it live? No. I don't want to know that. I put the connection in place. Whether or not it works is another audit report, I guess. And here are just some of the examples of how nothing is being achieved when it comes to transformation, equality, lifting the impoverished out of poverty. The apartheid legacy. How the flip are we ever supposed to deal with all of these grand schemey plans the ANC have if this is the way they deliver on projects? And this is to the very people they're making all these promises to. Not to me. I'll survive. I have Boer blood in me. I'll survive. But these are the people you've made your promises to. Cyril, ANC, Fikile, Alice, all of you. Disgusting. I mean, I can't fathom the idea that these people wake up in the morning and look themselves in the mirror. March 2015, 10 years ago, Gauteng Department of Infrastructure appointed a service provider for the construction of the school, which was planned to be completed by September 2015. October 2021, a mutual termination agreement was reached between the department and the service provider due to funding issues stemming from changes to the project scope. The site was left exposed to vandalism and deterioration. I've seen this in multiple reports. Estimated possible financial loss, 98.7 million. It still has not been resolved. 2014, 11 years ago, resulted in a court ordering the Limpopo Department of Education to eradicate pit toilets at schools. I'm sure many of you, I remember the story around this, but that was 11 years ago. We have the courts issuing a Department of Education, a demand to fix something that is killing children. Anyway, the department reported in April 2024 that it had since completed the construction of toilet facilities at 91% of the schools it had classified as priority 1 schools with inappropriate sanitation. Firstly, Limpopo Department of Education, shame on you. 10 years to deliver 91%. 10 years to deliver 91%. 50 toilets a year. 2 a month. Children are dying. And then the idea that you refer to the priority 1 schools means that you have a priority 2 list. How's that going? Because now we're 11 years later. The remaining 48 schools are still in the design, tender, and construction phases, nearly a decade after the incident. And you want to implement NHI, and you want more B-BBEE, and you continue to talk about sovereignty, transparency, democracy. The cheek, the absolute cheek. Construction of houses in Pofadder. During a site visit in June 2024, the auditors identified that the houses did not have electrical connections. There were also no formal internal road infrastructure, and the community and learners had to pass through a gully to access the nearest school 3 kilometers away, as there were no bridges. Now let's talk about the road upgrade to Mlamli Hospital. This was December 2020. Eastern Cape Department of Education began upgrading a 12-kilometer stretch of road. And this is between Stagsspruit to the hospital. It was supposed to have a planned completion date of June 2023. Firstly, in my little head of heads, and really I have not much experience with roads and building roads, but December 2023, so it's going to take us 2.5 years to build 12-kilometer stretch of land. Am I right? 6 kilometers a year. That cannot be right. But anyway, it gets worse. The 2-year project for 12 kilometers was delayed. I mean, you cannot make this stuff up, guys. You cannot make it up. It's right here on the auditor's website. So it was delayed due to slow progress by the contractor. I mean, he had 2.5 years, which the contract, yes, of course, terminated in February 2024, another year later. But here's the kicker. As a result of poor project management controls, the department overpaid the contractor by 8.4 million rand and consultants by 21.92 million rand, of which it received no value. Like, mind blown. I don't even know how to process this. 8.3 overpaid to the contractor, which isn't the total bill he got paid. And then they also paid the consultants 21.9 million. No value. Has the road been done? No. Project delays mean that the community continues to use unsafe roads to access the hospital. We are busy deciding on further action to be taken. You have got to be me. We are busy deciding on further action to be taken. Do you want a commission? Do you want a new law? Hey, do you want a new process? How about you fire everybody involved in the project? Sounds like the most obvious place to start. We are busy deciding. This project is 5 years ago, guys. It started in December 2020. Unfathomable. Here's another one. A rehabilitation of another road. September 2018. Northern Cape Department. Public Works. The department made payment of 10.8 million rand to the original service provider for work that had not been substantiated. And then Transnet, of course this would make an appearance. Inadequate maintenance of freight rail network. The division's infrastructure condition assessment indicated that the required planned maintenance for 23-24 would cost 10 billion, but the maintenance budget was underspent by 6 billion rand. So they only used 40% of their maintenance budget. And this is the pace of reform and transformation, guys. The water trading entity planned to start raising the Clan William Dam to provide water for the new and existing irrigation areas. Fantastic idea. The project had a planned completion date, May 2018. However, due to inadequate project planning and ineffective procurement processes, the completion date was revised to 2028. 10 years later. It's just the irony and hypocrisy is off the charts. Our infrastructure is crumbling, jobs are evaporating, our taxes, vanity projects for ego, NHI, BEE expansions, withholding reports, and this is how you treat our tax, our money. This is not transformation, Cyril. This is arrogance and ego. And my favorite new term, the soft bigotry of low expectations. So guys, the silver lining I keep my eye on, awareness, is our key to changing this. And remember, I keep saying local elections, local government is the quickest way we can make a difference in every single province. Just look at how much is wasted per province. I encourage all of you to share this with as many people. Take the detail of this video and talk to the teller, the security guard, your friend, your hairdresser, your plumber, and your electrician. Because this is the tangible loss we have to talk about. If you found this video insightful, I of course would love it for you to hit the subscribe button. And then of course, drop me a like, drop me a comment. I love to hear from all of you. How does this make you feel? Because boy, am I grumpy today. It's just, I cannot comprehend. I literally cannot comprehend. Anyway, thank you for joining me until the end. Shout out to Nikki and Paul, members of the Next Rambles Club. If any of you want to support me, the details for that are in the description. I hope you have a great week, guys. It's almost the end of the year. I cannot comprehend, honestly. What a ride it's been, hey? Bye donkey for watching my video. I hope you all have a great day. Good luck for the week ahead. As I love to say, be the most amazing human being you can be. Over and out, guys.